Like, I'm chucking it and you're watching Fat Fives TV.
Week 3 of Fat 5 Football Season 8, and this week we have 12 games for you, no technical issues for you, so we are delighted to bring all fixture highlights this week for you, the first time this season. Looking at the lineup, starting off with Parmesan Belgrade. Parmesan Belgrade had their two new signings last week in Jordan and Callum joined them. Jordan returns again this week, but two commissioner players coming in to help out with the numbers. Give them a little bit of boost as we've got new members joining the league. Matt is one of our new members joining the Belgrade team this week, as Chris, a returning member on previous commissioner roles for Parmesan Belgrade. Looking at the Flaberdeen lineup for week 3, Flaberdeen holding a strong core team this week with Doug, Paul, Stewart, Richard, Craig, Barry and Terry all in this week to help them push on in the league. Terry obviously making his third appearance now for Flaberdeen after coming back into the league at the start of the season. They've had a relatively good defence so far this season, sitting around mid-table, and they'll look to push on this week. Looking at Scrandinavia, they've got 3 players making their season debut, with Daniels, Champers and Homer all coming back in for the first time in Season 8. They've got 3 Commissioners players as well, with Ray, Jamie and Kev. Kev and Ray being returning Commissioner players, but Jamie making his debut at Fat Fives today. And Scrandinavia will be hoping that with the extra firepower from Commissioner, they can get some movement and some points on the board. O.B City lineup now. O.B City have Willie captaining them this season, who's there ever present so far, with Brian, Bernie, ex-captain, Lewis making his debut for O.B City after transfer for Parmesan Belgrade, and Gogs and Stephen and Adam rounding out the whole team for this week as they look to continue to try and make progress. Rapid Viennetta being the team up next. Rapid Viennetta having a great season so far, sitting in second place in the table. Ever-present James again this week available, with Graham, Aidan, Suka, JC appearing for the first time in Season 8. Jack, Cal and Lewis, they are all rounding out the team as they look to progress in their high-flying season so far. Fatburn Rovers next up, with their absolute rock-solid Jason goalkeeper back in this week, and they are boasting a 11-man team, almost a full professional team that we've got available here at Fat Fives. You can see the lineup there with all the names. I won't run through them with all of them on screen there, but with that amount of firepower, they'll be looking to push on this week. Ivory Toast have been having a better season than they expected, sitting at the top of the league so far, and will be hoping to try and stay there this week. Their lineup looking strong, with Lewis, Liam, Connor, Greg, Kev, Chucky, Faustine, Neil and Ian all available this week. Some strong numbers there and some impactful players who'll be looking to defend that top spot for another week. And finally, looking at Bayern Bru, who had a little bit of unfortunate luck last week to find themselves at the bottom of the table. They've had a few absences so far this season, and it's been keeping their numbers on the low side, but a bit bigger this week as they've got Stephen, Leaps, Craig, Roscoe, Martin, Taylor and Cheesy all available, as they'll to try and turn their fortunes and get themselves away from the bottom of the league. And speaking of the league, if we have a little look at where we were after last week, Ivory Toast top with 15 points, with Rapid Viennetta on the 1 point behind, and as mentioned there, Bayern Bru at the bottom on 4 points, with Parmesan Belgrade just 1 point above them in 7th place. So let's get on with week 3 highlights. First highlight of week 3 available for you is Parmesan Belgrade versus O.B City. Parmesan Belgrade in white, shooting from left to right. O.B City in black, shooting from right to left. These two previous titans of Fat Fives are having a bit of a mixed bag season. Parmesan Belgrade struggling at the start, with a number of their players moving in the mid-season break there as Jordan gets the shot away. And said Jordan there, one of the new signings for them to help them out, as Stephen comes through here, and fantastic save by John, who joined Parmesan Belgrade last season and really helped to boost up that goalkeeping role for them, as well as doing some outstanding goals last season. Chris there with the shot for Parmesan Belgrade, but just goes wide of the post past Brian and goals there, and Graham just wide of the target for Parmesan Belgrade. Stephen and Scott with a battle there as Jordan looks to pick up that ball. Willie over there for company now, but Jordan still holding the ball as he looks to cut in once again potentially. Yeah, he does, trying to get past Stephen, but Stephen blocks that off, and Bernie there to try and stop it. Jordan still has the ball here, pushing forward, long range shot, and it sneaks in there, and Brian in goals for O.B City will be annoyed with himself with that one. Jordan in the middle of the pitch there, just O.B City giving him some space there as he looks to continue the run, takes the shot there, and it just sneaks in. You see Brian there with the foot, and it looks like he thought that he was going to get a foot on it or it was going to go wide, but it doesn't. It sneaks in, and that's the opening goal of the game to Parmesan Belgrade, as O.B City looked there for a moment that they were going to try and hit back instantly, but no such luck for them. 1-0 in this game. Early goal going to the team in white as O.B City look to come forward here. Scott there, great block as it bounces off the ball there. Good save there from Brian, the sort of save I think he thought he was going to do earlier on for Jordan's shot and didn't do. And then Burnley plays it to the goals with the shot, but it's closed down there by the on-loan commissioner Chris, who after this week will be getting signed to a permanent team. Unfortunately, doesn't look like Parmesan Belgrade will be that destination, considering that they've had 2 new signings previously. So tune in for next week's highlights to find out where he landed as Burnley gets played through, and Burnley finishes that. An absolute peach of a play there from O.B City. You can see Parmesan Belgrade captain there, Josh, with his hands on his legs there. This is fantastic play. Goals coming through there. Brilliant through ball to Burnley to run onto the back of Scott there. First time finish. John coming out, rushing out, and it is just rooted to the spot there. Unexpected of the first time shot by Burnley. But with a player like Burnley, with the magical feet that he has, you've got to expect the unexpected. 1-1 in this game. Willie battling there. Captain v captain as the shot just goes wide there. And the play ends there. O.B City looking to start from Brian in goals just now. Brian looking to scan around and try and find some options. The referee will be telling him to hurry up play here. And that's a brilliant ball over the top to Burnley. And cannot explain. Burnley through on has used his hands there. He's in a great position to just run into that ball and has just decided to just Calamity Jane handball it and ruin the opportunity there. I'm glad he put that in the highlights so Burnley can learn and see how much through he was on that, and that could have been a second goal for O.B City. But it's Parmesan Belgrade coming now with the ball. Scott looked to play it through to Josh, but it's intercepted there. Jordan with a shot, just high. Josh on the rebound, the seconds, and it's in! It's in the back of the net now. Josh there on the second ball as it bounces off. You can see there, Jordan shot just high. Joshua gets the hit there into the bottom corner. Don't know why I'm calling him Joshua. I know it's the full name, but we call him Josh here. And Brian there with a bit of a sigh on the face there as it trickles into the net once again. 2-1 to Parmesan Belgrade in this match. Big turnaround from them since the start of the season. Their new signings will have helped, but that won't help anything for them as Stephen smashes it into the back of the net to make it 2-2. Stephen, who brilliantly has been coming along more regularly this season, has been almost like a brand new player for O.B City with his attendance and his goals, and his teammates will be delighted that he's been able to come along more often this season and is showing it on the park and with the results. 2-2 to the teams in this match as we have some action in the bottom corner. Reminder for those with the camera set, we do miss some of the corners nearest to the camera as a save there by John and shot from Stephen. And Chris is now away with the ball, skipping through everybody there, but it's cleared away. And apologies, that was Lewis on the other side with the shot, not Stephen there. Two of them in very similar get up there this week. The ball bobbling around, and here's Matt making his debut at Fat Fives, and we welcome him to the league and delighted to see him in the highlights this week. As Chris there with the interception, Chris there with the shot, Chris there with the goal to make it 3-2. And as mentioned earlier, I think Parmesan Belgrade will be upset to see him sign for another player, but we've got to spread the players around as they're needed, and that's a fantastic finish by Chris. Brian coming straight out the goals there, trying to get down and low to make a block there, but Chris puts it into the far corner to give Parmesan Belgrade the third goal of the game as Lewis comes forward now and deflected there. An interesting Lewis playing for the first time for O.B City after his move from Parmesan Belgrade. So he's picked the most dramatic week to meet the debut against his former team as Josh is through here. Josh the shot, and Brian there with a brilliant save there. Lewis picking up the ball and now driving forward between Adam and Lewis, getting the ball away. Now Goggs has an opportunity potentially into the Parmesan Belgrade half. He's in the corner there. Can he get out? Yes, he does. Now has he got an opportunity to play it, or will he shoot himself? He shoots himself and it's off the post, and the follow-up shot just goes wide and Parmesan Belgrade get it back to their keeper. Unlucky there of Goggs. Looked for certain there with that shot going that it was going to hit the back of the net and it would be the equaliser for O.B City. As Parmesan Belgrade are pushing once again, they've got it into the opposition half. Jordan there with the shot, brilliant save by Brian there. Jordan and Chris both vying at the top of the MVP charts. This will be a daunting task this week to have them both get in the same team once again. As Parmesan Belgrade come forward, Brian, brilliant save there. It looked like Luke had just tapped that into the bottom corner, but the flying limbs of Brian in goals there denies Parmesan Belgrade a fourth. but Parmesan Belgrade coming forward once again. Here was Scott. Scott dancing through the middle of the pitch. Can Scott shoot? He does. Bit of a tongue twister there, but Brian once again, strong foot out and denies. Eventually gets all the way back to the O.B City keeper. Now here's the opportunity for O.B City to push forward. Goggs to Lewis. Lewis through the legs there to Adam. Can Adam finish here? Adam! Oh, and John had committed down low to the save, and Adam just couldn't keep the composure and dink it over. And Parmesan Belgrade breathe and live another day. Goggs forward now. Brilliant dancing to Lewis. Lewis with a shot. Ah, what a fantastic goal there by Lewis. Smashes it into the top corner. Great play there by Goggs. He takes on two players, goes all the way through, chops it over to Lewis there. And Lewis dispensing the absolute punishment there on his opposite team. Because not only has he scored, but he's made it the equalising goal in this match. And it's 3-3 now. And will this be close to how the game will end, or is there more goals available in this match? Will Parmesan Belgrade be able to get the lead back, or are they looking at the hands of a draw thanks to their previous player? Parmesan Belgrade coming forward now with Chris, looking to play it through to Scott. Scott in front of goals. Oh, and it's saved there by Brian. Brilliant save there from him. I feel like I've been saying that constantly through this video. As Chris has it in the middle of the pitch. Is Chris going to shoot? He does. And what Lewis can do, Chris can do as well. But in this case, Chris has got potentially, well, like, might be the winner in this game if they can hold off. But once again, Parmesan Belgrade in front. Absolutely thunders that into the top corner there. Brian sprawling out, trying to get a hand on it. Nothing he could do. Do you know what? It would take a lot of effort from a goalkeeper to keep that shot out. It was hit with absolute power and venom as the referee here gives the free kick to O.B City. Looks like just a little leg in the back there with the two players coming in. Potential sandwiching there, but the referee sees the foul there and plays on. And the free kick taken there, played to Willie, just saved by John. As we enter the last piece of play for this game, it's been absolutely action-packed, as you can see there. Brian with the foot making the save. Stephen now trying to run away and get up the pitch with the ball there. And that'll be the full time there. 4-3 to Parmesan Belgrade. They'll be delighted. Second game of week 3 sees Scrandinavia versus Fatburn Rovers. Scrandinavia in red, shooting left to right. Fatburn Rovers in green, shooting from right to left. And Scandinavia here, early opportunity there from Ryan, but unfortunately just goes wide as Homer wins the ball. And with the shot there, but Jason, the absolute brick wall that he is in goals, denying Scandinavia early opportunity. Fatburn Rovers with the ball up into the Scrandinavia half. As Stephen here with the shot, and Jamie making his debut this week at Fat Five Football with a great save there. Good strong save to get yourself comfortable on your debut here, especially for Scrandinavia, who are looking to try and pick up some points this week. As Champers there with the run, Champers there with the goal, and Champers on his Season 8 debut and has been MIA with an injury for Scandinavia for a number of weeks, especially from last season. Delighted to see him back. Not as delighted as Scrandinavia will be, seeing as he's got them the opening goal in this match. Fine finish past Jason, and it's 1-0 to Scrandinavia, who have almost done the unthinkable and scored past Fatburn Rovers and Jason in goals. As Jack here with the opportunity to equalise, but Jamie getting down well and early there. He's maybe been watching the videos and taking some tips from Jason. It was very Jason-esque there. Two strong goalkeepers this game. As another save there, shot from distance there by Robbie. Jamie definitely channeling his inner Jason in this match. Scandinavia looking to go forward. It's Kev there looking to make the run. It's been intercepted there by Mitchell, and Champers on the volley, but the ball bounces off the ground and goes high over the goal there. Tazzy now on a run. Can I get past Kev? Almost, but Robbie comes in and clears up. And then Robbie's on the run. He's got options here. And the shot there, and it's just tipped wide by Jamie there, stopping the opportunity. One shout I want to make is number 10 on the pitch just now for Fatburn Rovers in the last play. We would have seen him running there as Kev hits wide. That's Matthew, who incredibly has been out injured for an entire year and is making his debut in this third week of Season 8. So a big round of applause for Matthew this week, returning back, as the shot there is saved by Jamie from Robbie. Jamie on fire here. And apologies for commenting away from the action, but really wanted to highlight Matthew's amazing return back to the league. As Kev's through for Scandinavia, takes a shot, and the save from the legs of Jason there. It's Kev goes tumbling in the box. Daniel tries to come forward with Ryan to try and get a shot away, but it doesn't happen. Now they're on the break now. Through to Matthew, who I just mentioned. Oh, what a finish by Matthew! First time hit into the top corner, and after the form that we've seen of Jamie in goals here, something spectacular was going to be the solution to get past him there. What a hit! What a curler into the top bins there. Absolute scenes here from Fatburn Rovers. You'll be able to hear it in some of the audio of the background. The team elated for him on his return, and what a finish there. And it's 1-1 in this game as Jamie makes a save there early from kickoff to keep it at 1-1. Cannot get over the quality of that goal, and to be honest, as commentator, I am delighted for Matthew to get that, as Finlay gets a shot away there, but it is saved. Ray now with the ball through to Kev. The two commissioner players linking up there for this week, and it was unable to get across there. Ray now clearing the ball all the way up the pitch, and can Kev get on the end of it there? And Daniel does, after the two commissioner players sync up there, Ray and Kev. The rebound off of James coming across, making the block on Kev there, and Daniel just behind Kev slots it past Jason, making it 2-1 in this match to Scrandinavia, who will be ecstatic about taking the lead in this game. Fatburn Rovers looking to come forward now from Stephen. Stephen to James. James with a shot just wide of the post as Jamie sees it wide there. Jamie looking to get Scandinavia on the go again, playing it out to Kev. Kev to Champers. Champers with the shot there, and John will pick up cleanly. And a word to John as well, returning after a long-term injury. Injured himself early last season. We're also delighted to see him back again in Season 8 playing for Fatburn Rovers. I'm sure the Fatburn Rovers team will be delighted as well. As the ball stuck into the corner there, and the save there by Jamie. And then John gets the shot, but the referee's blowing, says he's in the box there. We'll have a quick look at this. As you can see there, the ball in the box just now. There is a little bit... Yeah, John touches the ball in the box there. There is the argument you can say that Homer's squeezing him in there, but there is still movement. It's standard five-a-side there where you're holding on the line, and the ball was touched in the box and correctly ruled out. So the game remains at 2-1 here. Daniel with the ball, and the save there from Jason. Lovely little dink shot there after having it in the corner, and the save is met by Jason as John plays it out across the pitch there, collects it again in the middle. He looks to push forward this time. He's round Daniel now, takes a shot away. Brilliant goal there by John, making up for touching the ball in the box last time. He shows he can definitely score an absolute legitimate goal, and what a goal as well, dancing around several players there after playing the 1-2 in his own half. And now it's 2-2 in this match between the teams as Homer's coming forward after the kick-off there, and he's going through several players, but eventually he's lost the ball there. However, has he still got it? Takes the shot, and the save there from Jason. That would have been a remarkable goal for Scandinavia. Tazzy coming forward, plays it out wide, and the shot there, and the save from Jamie in goal. You definitely have to say that both goalkeepers in this match have shown complete quality in keeping this at such a low-scoring game. As Tazzy now with the ball, the rebound, and another save there by Jamie using his feet this time to show that he can use any part of the body in that in-goals position. As Champers gets the shot away just wide, can't get onto the rebound, and now Fatburn Rovers have an opportunity to attack with Tazzy with the ball rolling it as Homer and Champers were caught up the field. Homer's got him back now, so Fatburn Rovers have numbers they're up against, but Champers, who stayed up, has the ball through, and brilliant poacher instinct there from Champers. He saw Homer getting back to help defend, stayed up as the option. The ball's played off the wall. First time shot there from Champers, lets it come across him there. Jason's obviously frustrated with the lack of defending there, and I think also as well probably a bit frustrated that he was sold the dummy by Champers as he went down to his left, and Champers just snuck it into the right hand there. 3-2 in this match. Wasn't expecting a high-scoring game between these two teams, I will admit, but I'm absolutely delighted to see that there has been a number of goals in this game. And that's not disrespect to teams, that's just the fact that the two goalkeepers have played so well since kick-off. I thought we were going to be held with low scoring but plenty of opportunities, but they have been converted. The Scandinavia look to convert again, and they do this time with Ryan with a shot from distance. Champers holding that ball up well. He's got two players there. Sees it on Russian Ryan. Ryan with the shot there. The little bounce there. It's maybe that little bounce that just throws Jason off there. It gets quite a bit of height as it hits the back of the net there. And I think it's maybe bounced off his hand with that initial bounce in front of him, putting him off. Scandinavia do not care about the technicalities because they'd scored, but they will care about Mitchell, who's been left there to take a shot from distance and through the bodies there, and Jamie unable to react, and a quick fire reply. And Scandinavia have gone from a position of high comfortability to maybe a little bit on bums on the edge of seat scenario here, with only a 1-goal lead in this match. But we are entering the final moments of this game. Now, if Scandinavia can hold on to this, they will record an impressive win against an 11-man Fatburn Rovers, remember, as the whistle goes there to make it 4-3 to Scandinavia in this game. Game 3 now at week 3, season 8, Pat 5 football sees Flaberdeen versus Bayern Bru. Flaberdeen in blue, shooting from left to right. Bayern Bru in purple, shooting from right to left. Flaberdeen, the defending champions, looking to push on in their campaign this season. It's been not too bad, you have to say. It's not been top of league stuff, but it's certainly not been anywhere near the bottom, as Roscoe early on here almost had an opportunity there, but just could not get the ball into the right position that he could get the shot away, and Flaberdeen prevent the shot there from Stephen as the ball bounces on the sideboard there until eventually played all the way back to Taylor. Bayern Bru have a bit of a different experience so far this season compared to Flaberdeen as they sit bottom, and the shot there from Taylor just going wide of the goal there as I'm commenting there on the league positions. But ultimately, mentioning the league position just to highlight that both teams here will be looking to try and get as much points from this match as possible. Flaberdeen will see it as an opportunity to try and get points against bottom of the league, as I say there from Craig, and Bayern Bru will be desperate to pick up as many points as possible to get some movement on. And I know I'm distracting from the action, so apologies there, as the shot just goes wide of the goal there for Flaberdeen. But turning more attention and being more focused on the match here, Teddy coming forward there, and the shot is deflected by Stephen there, so no trouble for Craig and goals there. Leaps now with the ball in the middle of the pitch, playing it through to Stephen. Stephen still has a ball there. Stephen gets a shot away off the post, and Leaps can get it under control to get the rebound on, and that could have been the opening goal there that Bayern Bru were desperate for there. As another ball there for Stephen to Roscoe, but Roscoe this time does convert through the legs of Captain Paul in goals, and we finally have the opening goal here. Bayern Bru, who have been threatening all early on in this game. It has been not relatively one-way traffic, but it has certainly been highly concentrated traffic in a certain direction, you would say. Or maybe I just say that. But in any case, Bayern Bru are 1-0 up in this match, as Flaberdeen look to try and come back with a quick equaliser. But the ball's been lost in the half of the pitch, and Stephen's coming through. Can Stephen get a second? Yes! Oh no! I cannot believe that! I just assumed he'd stuck that in the back of the net there, but it looked like it bounced off the back foot of Paul. That's an incredible save, and it stays at 1-0. As the action goes on, I'm just flabbergasted that that shot never converted there. Craig now for Flaberdeen, who will be elated with that save. Bayern Bru probably are a bit like me, wondering how they're not 2-0 up, as the ball goes all the way back to Stuart, and then back to Craig. Craig from distance there, plays it into Doug. Doug now back to Craig. Craig with a volley, and it's looping, and it goes over. Almost like a more wider pitch shot there, as Craig does the goalkeeper safety over the top stance there. Craig defending there off of Roscoe, and eventually seeing it all the way back to Paul. Paul looking for options now. See the runs of Stuart. Stuart collects the ball well, but he's out wide. Now has he got options to cut back in? Does a little bit, goes for the shot. Oh, that's brilliant there from Stuart. It looked like he was going to play the pass there. It looked like he was being defended fine from it, kept from distance, but the shot there, and it just goes and nicks off the post, and it bounces off the back of Craig and goes there. That's incredibly unlucky for Bayern Bru in this game. The shot there ricocheting off the post, and then as it bounces back off the post, hitting the goalkeeper in the back of the foot. We have put it down to Stuart for it, seeing as the shot was on target. Although I am wondering now if it should actually be an own goal, but we'll give it to Stuart for the bonus points for that shot, as a shot from Roscoe goes wide. And you can't really blame Craig for that one. Didn't move, didn't know where the ball was, and it just so happened to hit him on the back of the leg. As the play continues on now, Stuart once again threatening the Bayern Bru goal, but it doesn't convert there. Bayern Bru up into the Flaberdeen half now with Cheesy. Cheesy's shot is closed down by Teddy there. Chasing now once again, finding his captain Roscoe. Roscoe with a flick, and no one at the back post there available to convert that for Bayern Bru to try and get back in the lead of this game. Still 1-1 in this match as Leeds gets the ball there. Doug almost getting a foot on it. Leeds' shot goes wide, and then eventually Flaberdeen play it back to Paul, and their substitutions happened in the end of that highlight. Bayern Bru with the ball in their own goal now. This game has evened up a lot more chances both ways as Terry's nicked the ball there. Terry going forward with the shot. Brilliant block there by Stephen, and he's allowed his team to get forward now, but unfortunately it's a misplaced pass by Roscoe. Great defending there by Stephen to deny Terry that chance to get Flaberdeen in the lead. Craig now playing the ball out, and Terry once again intercepted. Can he convert it this time? No, once again he doesn't there. Now, if you look at that, there was a little bit of the goalkeeping feet out the box as Cheesy comes forward there and it's stopped. There was a little bit of the feet outside the box by the goalkeeper. However, as per the rules and as it should be interpreted, if the momentum takes slight part of the goalkeeper out the box, that is okay. As Roscoe comes forward with the ball now, and Terry just getting that ball away, I think, or Taylor's miss kick there, and either way it went wide and the ball's all the way back. As a shot there from Stephen from distance. Brilliant goal there by Stephen. You have to say though, I think it's the dummy run by Roscoe that maybe puts the goalkeeper off and then keeps that open shot there. Stephen from distance, you see there, it looks like it's going to be a pass by Roscoe. Roscoe leaves it straight on target. Paul just watches it hit the back of the net, and it's 2-1 to Bayern Bru as Flaberdeen come forward, and the save there by Craig. Just to really highlight about that, because I know we're going to get questions about it. The save from Craig is in the box, completely legal, and his feet are just outside the box afterwards as part of momentum and part of the method of getting up. That is completely fine as per the rules. There is referee's interpretations as Roscoe goes wide there. There's referee interpretations of the situation, but in this case it seemed fair. So just wanted to highlight that to viewers to solve any sort of confusion there as Stuart hits wide from Flaberdeen, and I know I've spoken over action a couple of times in the video and I will apologise, but it's just to make these things clear, to give a little bit extra of the around and off the field stuff. As we're entering the last piece of play here, as Flaberdeen look to come forward to try and get an equaliser. Craig with the ball on the opposite side, but Roscoe picks up the middle. The referee blows full time. 2-1 to Bayern Bru, a big win for them. On to our fourth match of Week 3, Season 8 of Hat 5 Football. Last match of the first round of fixtures for Week 3 sees Rapid Viennetta versus Ivory Toast. Rapid Viennetta in orange shooting left to right, and Ivory Toast in yellow shooting right to left. Early on here, Ivory Toast losing the ball. Graham in front of the goals there, and an early goal for Rapid Viennetta. Completely Rapid out of the starting blocks this week, up against top of league as well. This is going to be an absolute crunch match, and Rapid Viennetta, they're striking first blood. You can see Ian in goals there, frustrated with the goal going in. Great finish there by Graham, making only his second week debut for his new team, Rapid Viennetta. They are going to be ecstatic with his form since he's joined them at the start of the season, and it's 1-0 thanks to his goal. Faustine coming forward there, but eventually he's intercepted. Stuka now, straight one-on-one. Can he convert it? No, it's gone wide. That's unlike Stuka there, but I think he just was put off by Ian being on the edge of his box there. Not a lot of room, and then shoots wide. Faustine winning the ball from Aidan there, and the shot from Liam hits the post. Comes back to Faustine though, and the ball is lost in the middle of the pitch. An opportunity for Ivory Toast there to try and get back into this match, but not converted. Graham playing it over to Stuka. Now can Stuka find a teammate here, or will he go himself? He's going himself, he takes the shot. Save there from Ian as Faustine has the ball. It's still rummaging around. The ball played back to Aidan, and it sounds like the referee has blown there for in the box. We'll take a quick look at that. The ball there, it's very close, although you have to say that it looks like as if it's just gone into the box there. It's a very, very tight decision there. I think the referee's just got that one right. Not much complaints from the Rapid Viennetta team, to be honest, so it looks like it's been the correct one. As Ivory Toast hit the post. Kev in the corner there, just out of a camera shot, hitting the post as he cuts it in. Still remains 1-0. Really been action-packed this game as Aidan comes all the way through. Ian with a great save there. Faustine will collect and to stop any danger on the second goal there. As I was saying, action-packed. Remember, this is the opening game for these team out of their 3 for this week. It's the 4th one for us. As I get a little bit tongue-tied there, as Kev's shot is saved there by the goalkeeper. So this is really all guns blazing for it. I think both teams in this match were fully aware of the league standings, thinking there was opportunities for either of them to take the top spot going into the end of this week. depending on what happened here, as JC plays that ball off the boards to try and give himself an assist there. An assist in possession, I'll be sure to highlight, as he's nowhere near the opposition goal. Neil's got in front of Cal now. Neil with a shot. Neil, and it's nicked into the inside post there, and that is the equalising goal for Ivory Toast. Now, did this take a touch off of somebody as it went through? The shot there, no, it didn't look like there. Stuka might have looked like he was going to try and block it, maybe thought differently, because he was unsure if he might have taken it away from the goalkeeper, but it didn't take a nick. And oh, the goal there from JC from kick-off, as I'm talking about the previous one. Brilliant shot all the way through into the back of the net. Now, just to highlight, it's not there in the replay. The ball was definitely played back to JC, and that's completely within the rules. A rule state you cannot shoot directly from kick-off, but you can shoot after the initial kick-off pass has been made and the ball has moved backwards. And Kev quickly there, removing that brilliant goal from JC, with an equaliser for Ivory Toast. Intercepts the pass there, runs on through from the mistake, and then gives the goalkeeper the eyes and just slots it into the bottom corner. 2 quick goals there in this match, as the game is now all square once again. 2-2 really good goals, have to say there, especially that one from JC, but Kev there really taking the opportunity of a bad pass there, as Stuka comes forward now. Great save there by Ian with the foot, and it goes out wide. As I said earlier, this game has been end-to-end action-packed so far as well. Normally these first games are a little bit slower, teams are just getting warmed up. As Greg there with a shot, save there from Lewis in goals. But this has really been shots fired from both ends constantly here, and you really have to say that two teams here are really... In fact, actually, Ivory Toast and Rapid... It's a shot there from Neil, sorry, just gets saved there. As Stuka comes forward, I'll continue that thought in a moment as it goes wide there. As I was saying, Rapid Viennetta and Ivory Toast last season sat at the bottom of the league for a significant amount of time, so both of them will be thinking this is maybe an opportunity this season finally to get a shot at the title, as Ian there makes the save. An orthodox save there with a little pirouette, but manages to keep him in the box and keeps himself on the good side of the ref. As Rapid come forward now with Stuka. Stuka going himself past Neil, but Neil forces him out wide, removes a bit of the danger there. Stuka though in the corner looking for some help. Finds Cal there. Cal, will he take the shot? He does, and the save there from Ian denying Cal. Now, Ivory Toast are up in the Rapid Viennetta half here as the ball gets played out to JC. JC going to take on Greg. Yes, he does, and he moves forward. He plays it out wide to Jack. Jack now with a shot, and Jack with the goal, and that is giving Rapid Viennetta the advantage in this game. That's a brilliant run there by JC, and then Jack takes it in. Bit of distance, and in fact, you can see as soon as he receives that ball, he's got one thought on his mind with shooting, and he gets it right through the legs of Ian there. And it's 3-2 in this match. Ian there trying to get the legs shut there to really quickly deny the opportunity, but cannot do it, as Neil's shot from distance there is saved by Lewis, and Graham plays it back. 3-2 in this match as Rapid Viennetta look to restart. The ball played all the way up to JC. JC using the board to his advantage to get the ball into control. Now plays it to James. James back to Graham, and they're back in their own half, and he shoots from distance. Graham, oh, it finds Stuka, and that's a goal there for Rapid Viennetta. I really want to see Stuka's control there. Graham with the ball, receiving it, takes the shot, and this here by Stuka, that is unbelievable there by Stuka. That is just, that doesn't even look real, I'm going to be honest. He takes the ball there. The ball just seems stuck to his foot there. That is incredible by Stuka. And with the opposite foot, smashes it into the net there with a bit of a poke. But they won't care. That control from Stuka is unbelievable. And to be honest, if I was in the Rapid Viennetta team after seeing that, I'd be really gutted if it hadn't been converted. But it did. And it's also made it on the highlights. And I'm sure Stuka's going to bring that up in the next couple of weeks now that it's been highlighted there. But it's 4-2 in this match. James with the shot on target there. And Ian with the strong right foot to deny James the opportunity to get a fifth in this match as Ivory Toast look to come forward. Graham now has picked up the ball, plays it to the Stuka. Stuka now with the shot. Save there from Ian. And what is the outcome? So Stuka here with the shot. Ian there gets down with the save. Ooh. Now, as I was saying in the last game, that the momentum out the box can be allowed. If it's part of the save, it's actually not allowed there. And I think Rapid Viennetta have been denied a penalty there. That might be the second week in a row, actually, they've been denied a penalty with the goalkeepers coming out. So Ivory Toast breathed a little bit of luck there as Stuka takes the shot there. Unfortunately there for Faustin, he's just gone over his ankle there. It's a goal for Rapid Viennetta from Stuka, but you see here Faustin just slips there. And he's really done his foot in there. Big credit Stuka for putting the goal away nice and calmly for Rapid Viennetta. Faustine was badly injured in that, and the game was called at an end there. 5-2 to Rapid Viennetta, and we wish Faustine the speedy recovery. Game number 5, week 3, season 8, Fat 5 football, and the first of our second round of fixtures for week 3. Sees Rapid Viennetta versus Flaberdeen. Rapid Viennetta in orange, shooting from left-right, who we just saw in the last highlight there, as they hit the post early on. Flaberdeen in blue, shooting right to left. And yeah, early chance there for Rapid Viennetta there off the post, as JC looks to come forward for Rapid Viennetta. Can he get a shot away here? Great save there by Richard in goals, denying Rapid Viennetta once again an early goal in this match. The ball into the corner there with Stuart for Flaberdeen. Can he get the ball? He does to Barry. Can Barry convert? Yes, he does. And after 2 early opportunities for Rapid Viennetta, it is Flaberdeen who strike first in this game. Great pass there to find Barry completely in space. Then Graham holding up a hand there, realising that he had nobody marked there. To be fair, the whole team did not have Barry marked. Any one of them could easily take responsibility for it. But it's 1-0 to Flaberdeen in this match, as Flaberdeen look to bounce back after losing the opening game in this week's fixtures, and Rapid Viennetta looking to pick up more points to see if they can leapfrog Ivory Toast this week. The ball into the corner there in Rapid Viennetta's half. Barry's got away with it, up to Stuart. Stuart takes a shot, and it is not a goal. It's not. No, it is. Sorry, it is a goal that's been given here. There's a bit of confusion there, but there is a goal that's been given here by the referee there. I think there was a thought that Stuart was maybe in the box here. You can see. Oh no, he's completely outside the box. That's a poor call from me as the commentator. So apologies for the confusion there. Definitely out the box there. You can see here, yeah, the strike there. Stuart's out the box. The ball is on the better side of the line for him there. There is always interpretation that comes with it, but you can see there definitely majority of the ball is out of the box. And that is a goal for Flaberdeen to make them 2-0 up. And now Rapid Viennetta are going to have to try and find a reply quickly, finding themselves 2 goals down to stop this game from running away from them. Doug with the ball up in the Rapid Viennetta half for Flaberdeen, as a shot there from Craig just goes wide and they go chasing for it. Rapid Viennetta defending in this highlight as JC sees the ball all the way back to his goalkeeper. Poor roll out there. Terry's read that well. Finds Doug. Can Doug get the shot away? In off the post. It's not in. It's hit the post and stayed out, and Rapid Viennetta are living a charmed life here with their goal mouth. Honestly, they're just chances everywhere as the ball is saved there by Richard for Flaberdeen from Rapid Viennetta here. Rapid Viennetta really need to get a grip of this game, as the shot there is blocked, and another save there by Richard that goes all the way to the Flaberdeen defenders. Richard rolling out to Terry. Terry, middle of the pitch there. Now Jack has picked that up well. Can Jack score? No, a bit wide there. Aidan on the second though. Aidan with the shot. Saved there by Richard, and Stuart will see it back to his goalkeeper. Cal claiming in the box there, but to not a call that is given by the referee, believing that the ball is outside the box, and we will go with the referee's choice here. As Stuart on the run gets a third goal there. Brilliant run there, and in fact I think he actually scores after it deflects past the goal off the board. So you can see the first shot there is just wide, and then first time reaction shot with the opposite foot sees it past James and makes it 3-0 to Flaberdeen, who have really taken control of this match. And Rapid Viennetta are in 6s and 7s here as they try and find their way back into this match. And the save there by Richard with the strong foot. You've got to give credit though, Flaberdeen remain in control of this game thanks to their goalkeeper and his efforts, as well as obviously Rapid Viennetta needing some more shots on target. Great ball there to Jack. Oh, what a fantastic save plus assist save from the post there. Jack cannot believe that his header's not in. That would have been a fantastic goal. Probably would have been contended to win goal of the week. As Stuart comes through there, and Stuart converts. That is complete punishment there for Rapid Viennetta. As one end, the remarkable save and post combination there denies Rapid Viennetta a goal. Stuart there punishing them. Long ball played through and just converts there. And Stuart now with his hat-trick makes it 4-0 to Flaberdeen. Jack now for Rapid Viennetta, but it's blocked by Terry. And Barry comes across to win the ball for Flaberdeen. But Jack still has it as the camera's shaking. And there's a handball there by JC. Probably a little bit of frustration there. He probably felt that Stuart was going to be through it for a fifth. He's played the handball there, and the free kick's given. Free kick to Barry. Barry with a shot, and it just goes high and wide. Terry now with the ball. Terry with the goal there. 5-0 to Flaberdeen in this match. Complete demolishment of Rapid Viennetta, you have to say here. Terry, brilliant feet there as he slots it calmly into the bottom corner, and Rapid Viennetta are pretty much out of this game, you'd have to say. 5-0 down now as Cal with the shot plays to Graham. Graham in a great position, save there by Richard, and the ball is toe poked wide there by Craig to take away the danger. Rapid Viennetta really need to get a goal in this game, otherwise it could get even worse. But there's a good position with Stuka. Stuka out wide, plays it across to Jack. Can Jack convert? No, he can, and you've got to say that sums up Rapid Viennetta in this match. The opportunities that they've had have been going wide, or unfortunately for them, but fortunately enough for Flaberdeen, have been remarkable saves as Barry's through there. I think that hit off the post after it went past James in goal. Flaberdeen really not letting up here as they look for potentially a sixth, and Rapid Viennetta just trying to reduce the goal deficit in this match. Jack with a turn and shot. Finally, Jack, your efforts are paid off with a goal, and he does it. He puts it in the back of the net and does it well. Jack, their lovely turn there, as you can see there, with Doug on his back, takes it in, makes a little half yard of space, and then hits it on the turn, and that is the goal for Rapid Viennetta. So they will not be going away from this game without a goal. They will be happy to be able to call that with something out of the match. Stuka with the ball, lovely feet, takes the shot and just misses the bottom corner there. And again, it sums up Rapid Viennetta in this match. They just haven't been able to convert as much and as clinically as Flaberdeen have. As Craig looked like there, he had a dead cert sixth goal for Flaberdeen there, but it is denied. The score still remaining 5-1. And we're getting into the latter halves of this game. Still a wee bit of time left as Stuka hits over the top there. But the question is there enough time for Rapid Viennetta to get a few more goals, or do the unthinkable and get an equaliser in this game? We saw it in the last couple of weeks. Some high scoring draws as Graham starts off that opportunity well with getting a second goal for Rapid Viennetta. Lovely ball played into him and a great finish from him from the angle. Stuart trying to close down on him there, but not doing enough. And eventually Graham sticks it into the back of the net. And that is 5-2 to Flaberdeen now in this game. But we are fastly entering towards the end parts of the game as the long ball is played all the way up to Stuart. And now we find ourselves into the final piece of action for this game. The header there looks like almost an assist there, all the way through to Stuart by accident. But James makes the save there as the referee blows. 5-2 to Flaberdeen is the final score. Game number 6 finds us halfway through this week's fixtures, and we are watching Ivory Toast versus O.B City. Ivory Toast in yellow shooting left to right, and O.B City in black shooting from right to left. Early on there, an opportunity for O.B City cut out by the Ivory Toast defence as Ivory Toast look to get forward with Buther here, and the save there. Oh, and it's an own goal! The early goal here scored by Lewis against his own goalkeeper there. Unfortunately for him, tried to bring it under control, bounced off the knee and just goes into the back of the net there. And that is 1-0 to Ivory Toast. A huge slice of luck with that, and Lewis will be furious with himself on his debut week for O.B City. He has stuck it into the back of his own net there. Brian battling against Neil there. And then Lewis, though, making up for the own goal with the ball bouncing right in front of his feet there. You see Brian trying to backheel that, bounce off a Neil, and then Lewis, first time shot, sticks it in the back of the net, instantly making up for the mistake for the opening goal to Ivory Toast. His team will be delighted with that instant response from him. And we're back at even square score here with 1-1 between the teams. Ivory Toast on the defence, looking to try and turn it into attack. They've lost it loose, picked up to Goggs. Goggs now plays it through to Stephen. Can Stephen get it away? Greg there with the save as Neil tries to bring it under control. But Lewis has won it again for O.B City, and the shot just wide. Goggs the second, and Greg gets the touch to push it over the goals. They are still 1-1 in this game as O.B City look to push forward there. The ball is lost by Brian though, and Ivory Toast had the opportunity, but blocked well there by Gogs. Neil picked up, now to Ian. Ian looks to switch the play to Liam. Can Liam finish? Yes, he does, into the far corner, past Adam and goals, and it is 2-1 to Ivory Toast. Ivory Toast getting the lead once again in this match, sticking their noses in front and puts it away cool and calmly there by Liam. Great goal there from the Ivory Toast perspective. And they're back in the lead, 2-1 in this match. O.B City now instantly on the reply, but Ian holding off well to stop the opportunity. Ball pinged across there. Lovely control there by Brian as he chips it across the Gogs. That's a great pass there. And the shot there, Greg, with the strong hand. That's fantastic play there by O.B City, and unfortunately just unable to convert. Neil in the middle of the pitch plays it through to Buther. Buther now plays it back to Neil. Neil and Brian gets a touch, but it's landed with Liam. Liam with the shot. Liam with the second goal for Ivory Toast. 3-1 in this match now. Liam with 2 goals there. Liam takes that ball in after it pinged around there, sneaks it past Stephen, who tries to stick the foot out to block, and then Adam, unable to react quick enough in goals, and it goes past him, and it's 3-1. And O.B City, after coming back into this game so quickly, well, they've done it. They are once again back into this game. 3-2 thanks to Gogs. Straight from kickoff there. I was going to say they find themselves 2 goals down after a quick start and getting back in quickly, but they've hit back instantly. 3-2, and this gives them a chance to get right back into the game and bring it all square level once again here. The ball's been lost though, Buther, and it's played out to Lewis. Lewis squaring it into the pitch, Gogs, and it hits off the post. Sorry, that was Stephen with the pass there to Gogs. Stephen now making the run. Stephen there looking to square it past Lewis. Lewis now with the shot. Lewis, and he does it! Lewis gets the 3rd goal. My, it's been a quick game. 6 quick goals in this match. Sees both teams back at level pegging. 3-all in this game. Been absolutely ferocious stuff here between the teams there. They've been really going at it in this game to try and get the goals. And it's 3-all in this match. So this can go either way after a disastrous start for O.B City. They've got themselves back into this game with some excellent finishes. And Ivory Toast now really going to have to push on to see if they can get themselves back in front. Chucky there to Ian, but not quite there. And then in front of goals, Connor. And Connor just slices that shot. Didn't get the power behind it that he wanted to place it into the corner. And it rolls wide. Gogs there intercepting the pass. Gogs now cutting into the middle of the pitch, looking to play through Stephen. He does. Stephen with the shot. Stephen with the goal. And O.B City have stuck themselves into the lead for the first time in this match after the horrendous opening there. Good finish there by Stephen with the outside of the foot to stick it in the opposite corner as Greg coming out of the goals to the edge of his box, looking to try and close down the opportunities there. 4-3 O.B City. They will be ecstatic with their response to this match. As Liam in front of goals here tries to get the shot away. He's gone through a couple of players, but it unfortunately cannot get the shot away. Gogs now running through on goal with Kev there for company. Kev's on the ball though for Ivory Toast as they look to come forward. Kev with the shot from distance, but just goes wide from there. Adam rolling it out to Burnley. Burnley up against Chucky. Burnley still has the ball though. Chucky now does win it, and now it plays it through to Kev. Kev with a shot, and in the back of the net. Now there's complaints here that Kev is in the box from both players on the pitch on the side. Kev there with the shot, looks outside from here, but we'll have another quick look to see and double check that that's got right. Yeah, you can see there, the ball's outside the box and Kev makes contact to it. His foot does go in the box, but we do allow momentum, especially in the scenarios in which the ball is outside of the box when it's been made contact by the goal scorer. So 4-all in this game. Ivory Toast got them straight back into this match, and it's all square now as the ball is squared across the box there, but Kev intercepts that for Ivory Toast. Neil loses the ball out to Brian, and it's going to be picked up by Burnley on the far side. Burnley playing it now with Brian. Oh, and O.B City there have got a 5th goal. Great play there between Brian and Burnley, not giving up there. Burnley winning that ball after it got loose, plays it through to Brian, and as Chucky comes across to try and close down, Brian gets the shot away, and Ivory Toast are finding themselves a goal behind once again as they look to try and get away early on from kickoff here with Chucky, but it just goes wide. 5-4 in this game. O.B City have got themselves back in front once again. Burnley nearest the camera, plays with the Brian, they hooked up again, and the save there from Greg. The connection between Brian and Burnley in this game, lethal. There's been a partnership that has been growing since the start of the season. when they started off again after last season's success between the two of them. Burnley turning the ball past Chucky to Stephen, and Stephen slots it away for O.B City's 6th goal. And you've got to wonder now, are O.B City on the home stretch to get 3 points out of this match after a fantastic start by Ivory Toast? Greg there trying to come out and trying to close in the gap, but Stephen remains calm and cool and slots it past Greg in goals. And is this maybe a bridge too far for Ivory Toast to get back into this game? We are moving quickly towards the final parts of the game. Not quite there yet though. O.B City with the ball in hand. Ivory Toast can't get this under control. A save there from Greg, and cruelly the rebound comes all the way back to Burnley, and Burnley slots that away for the 7th goal for O.B City. And that puts them 3 goals ahead, and literally any moment now the referee blows the whistle. 7-3 to O.B City. What a game. On to game number 7, and will this be lucky game number 7 for either of these teams? Fatburn Rovers versus Parmesan Belgrade. Fatburn Rovers in green shooting left to right, Parmesan Belgrade in white shooting right to left. Parmesan Belgrade on the attack early on in this match, but Jason gets down low and makes the save. Fatburn Rovers, remember, have 11 players available this week, so they can completely rotate their on-field team if they choose to. As Chris comes forward there, and Jason tips that wide onto the post, and the second shot there from Jordan is also saved by Jason. Parmesan Belgrade looking the more likely to get the opening goal in this match so far, as Finlay comes forward for Fatburn Rovers. Finlay then with a shot from distance, and John gets down, and the second save from John v John, but John for Parmesan Belgrade. Look at me, really trying to find a way to distinguish between the two of them. John for Parmesan, in goals for Parmesan Belgrade, comes out the victor with those shots there, as Jordan takes the shot there, and the second follow-up is saved by Jason, and the referee then allowing the play to go on. It looked like there might have been a sub or something like that, but I think the goalkeeper rolled out and played on from it, as John for Fatburn Rovers shot just goes wide. Confirmation that the referee did say to the teams that even though sub had been shouted, it was for Fatburn Rovers and Jason had started the play. And just Jordan gets it in the back of the net there, as I was explaining that. A poor pass there by Jack. Bounces off of Jordan. Jordan quickest to I see Jack trying to get across. He realised his mistake there, but Jordan taking full advantage of the bad pass. The hands go up by Jason there. It's a mistake from Jack there, unfortunately, but full credit to Jordan for reacting for that, as could have easily just left that. But it's 1-0 to Parmesan Belgrade in this game, with Jordan taking that advantage. Now we're into the Fatburn half of the pitch as they look to break forward now. John for Fatburn Rovers trying to break forward there, but it's tackled by Chris. Chris, the commissioner, all the way through. Chris scoring once again. The red hot fire commissioner player once again for Parmesan Belgrade, slotting the ball away, wins the ball there from John, gives the dummy to Terry there in the Fatburn Rovers defence, and then slots it past Jason to make it 2-0 to Parmesan Belgrade in this match. And Parmesan Belgrade off to a flyer in this game and looking to get themselves some more points and move up the league table after their disastrous early start of the season. John now in goals for Parmesan Belgrade, looking to get the ball away. Jordan trying to play it to Chris, does so. Chris all the way through. Stephen comes across. Oh, but Stephen doesn't quite get there, and Chris gets the shot away into the bottom corner, and you can see the frustration on Jason's face there. It looked like as if he was going to get onto it, but it didn't quite there from Stephen, and then it bounces off the post. Jason may have thought that ball was going wide and is frustrated with himself, but Parmesan Belgrade absolutely rocketing into a 3-0 lead of this match. They, as I said in the previous video of theirs for this week's highlights, they're going to miss Chris, but he is showing how much of a hot prospect he is going to be when he joins one of the teams in the upcoming weeks. Parmesan Belgrade with the ball under control now, playing it through to Josh. Now to Chris, back heel to Scott. Can Scott get fourth here? Plays it through to Josh, and it's saved there. And Josh obviously goes through the box to be interacting with the ball, and therefore it's back to goalkeeper. Fatburn Rovers looking to get back into this match with Matthew shot there going wide. John there with the second, but John in goals for Parmesan Belgrade is out on the edge of the box and makes the save quickly there. Scott now for Parmesan Belgrade in their own half, looking to try and play it out here John looking for runners there. It's intercepted by Tazzy in the middle of the pitch. Now what can he do here? Takes a touch. Oh, that's a brilliant shot there by Tazzy. Great goal there for Fatburn Rovers as they get one onto the board there. The ball intercepted there, a good little spin, a couple of touches there, and then eventually smashed it past. And John in goals for Parmesan Belgrade, trying to get down a low for that, but cannot get a hand onto it. And there is the first goal for Fatburn Rovers as they try to reduce the goal deficit in this. Matt there with the pass again. As said in the last video, Matt's making his debut in this week's highlights for Fat Fives Football, so delighted for him to be part of the league. As Matthew, as mentioned last video, been out for a year, plays it to the John, and John in goals makes the save there. John in goals for Parmesan Belgrade, as he will be known for the rest of this video to save confusion. Plays to Graham. Graham, brilliant through the legs dummy there. And the ball hits off the post there from Chris. Brilliant build-up play there from Graham and Parmesan Belgrade. And just unfortunate for Chris, he's not getting a hat-trick in this game. Denied by the post there. He's still got time to get it, but he just hasn't got one yet. Tazzy now. Magical feet on the opposite side. Cutting through players there. All the way. Oh, that's fantastic by Tazzy there. You can see the frustration on Chris's face that he didn't manage to close him down there. But that's a fantastic run by Tazzy. Through multiple players there, 3 players overall, stays on his feet there, brilliant finish there. 3-2 to Parmesan Belgrade is still the score in this match, but that is something superb from Tazzy, who will be probably expecting to see himself in the highlights, and hopefully Tazzy, we have done you justice for that goal. Fantastic run there, unbelievable stuff, solo run and a great finish there. As Jordan comes forward there and Finlay gets the touch to take the ball away from his goalkeeper there to deny Jordan the opportunity to get a 4th goal. Fatburn Rovers looking hungry now to try and get an equaliser, but Parmesan Belgrade remaining strong at the back there. Interrupted there by Finlay with a shot, and John gets down low. Stephen now with the opportunity, but the ball bounces straight into the grateful arms of John there. Referee just making sure that the substitute player is on and the gate is shut as Jordan gets the ball from the goalkeeper with the shot and the save there from Jason down low. Second ball though for Jordan as he tries again, and there's a chance from Luke on the far side, and it's just hit wide, and Jason goes to collect the ball safely there. Fatburn Rovers up into the Parmesan half as the shot there from Robbie, but it's high and just over. And Parmesan Belgrade breaking away here. Jordan with the shot just wide there. A couple of times here there's been opportunities for either team as Terry goes just wide there, and John will collect in goals for Parmesan Belgrade. Into the final bit of play here. Only 1 goal separating these teams, but Parmesan Belgrade looking comfortable in the Fatburn Rovers half as Jason tips that over. Referee blows for full time. 3-2 to Parmesan Belgrade. Game number 8 of Season 3, Week 8, and will 8 be great for any of these teams? I apologise for that pun. Scrandinavia in red shooting from left to right, and Bayern Bru shooting from right to left in purple here. I will avoid any other puns if I can as much as possible throughout this highlights after that awful one there. Jamie in goals there for Scandinavia. Shouts of out the box there from players. It's hard to tell, it really is. Though it looks there, it looks like he may be coming back in there. It's really hard to tell from that one from the camera angle. Referee might have had a better angle for it. We cannot make any decision there from that footage, obviously. Body's in the way and all that sort of stuff. But here come Bayern Bru straight away there as Jamie gets the block, and Jamie's down low there, and then eventually once again down and saves. Maybe Scandinavia have got a slice of luck from the decision early on, but certainly they're Jamie making the saves as Daniel through on goal there, but just scoops it into the hands of Grateful Craig in goals there. The ball's played from Kev, who is on loan from the Commissioners team, out to Ray, who's also on loan from Commissioners, but unable to reach him. It's Kev now with the shot, and Kev there with the goal, and you can see his delight. That is the Commissioners player's first goal at Fat Fives Football, and we are delighted to see that for him. Kev there with a shot, a little bit of distance on it there, but the outstretched Craig can't get to it, and you can see the delight there, and his teammates are happy for him there, and he is ecstatic to get his first goal at Fat Fives Football. Great to see new players coming in and making an impact early on, and we are delighted to see that for Kev there. 1-0 to Scandinavia in this game as Bayern Bru come with the opportunity, but they are denied there the chance to get an equaliser. Stephen now with the ball, pushing forward for Bayern Bru. He's got options left and right. Looks to take him shot himself. Very close there from getting an equaliser. Just over the top of the goalpost there. Homer now looking to play out from the back. Finds Matthew, but heavy touch there. Stevens cut in and now gets the shot. Brilliant save there from Jamie. Strong hands, pushes that away, wide and away for them. And a big credit has got to be given to Jamie so far this week for his debut, as the back heel from Roscoe just goes wide. Just wide there from Roscoe. Would have been a fantastic finish there. As I was saying, credit to Jamie for his debut here. Has been keeping Scandinavia in both the games so far with his saves, as he pulls off another one there to keep it 1-0 to Scandinavia. There may be some requests coming in from the Scandinavia teams to maybe sign him on this form, as Daniel comes through there and cannot convert. Though worth remembering, they already have Wayne as the goalkeeper, who is unfortunately out this week. Champer tries to get across but doesn't. Brilliant save there by Jamie. Stops that on the line, and it's still 1-0 to Scandinavia. They are really, I want to say, pushing their luck with it, but there's a lot of skill here from Jamie in goals, as that ball is cleared away after Craig's great save there from the Scandinavian players. Up in the Bayern Bru half, but it looks like they're going to break away with it now. Stephen tries to play it to Roscoe. It was interrupted there, but Roscoe does get it now to Stephen. Now can Stephen find a player? Stephen back to Roscoe. Roscoe with the shot. Oh, it's a great finish there by Roscoe, and that does make it 1-1. And eventually Bayern Bru find a way past Jamie in goal there. Brilliant shot from Roscoe. Great play from the team. Great play by Stephen linking up there with Roscoe to produce the goal. And that makes it 1-1 in this match. Brilliant play there from the team in purple. And now we are all square in this game. Bayern Bru looking to play it out from the back once again. Craig there looking to find Stephen. Stephen to Roscoe, and then plays it all the way back to the goalkeeper for a bit of safety there. Been interrupted by Champers though. Champers though with the shot, and it trickles in the back of the net. I thought that was going to be going into the opposite corner there, but I think Craig's maybe got a hand on it and dampens the shot a little bit. Yeah, it's his foot actually. His foot gets a little touch on it, and it's not enough to keep it from going into the back of the net. And Champers there with the second goal for Scandinavia to go back into the lead of this match. And now Bayern Bru are going to have to really muster themselves to get themselves back into this match once again. Bayern Bru with the ball in their half, looking to come forward, plays it through to Roscoe. Roscoe now plays it back, and they're going to get the shot away. Matthew interrupts it then into Ryan, and Ryan's one-on-one here. He's got no support though with the shot. Doesn't need the support. Smashes it past Craig and goals. And that is 3-1 now to Scandinavia. And it's went from end to end where it looked like Bayern Bru were going to have the chance to see if they can get themselves back into the game to make it 2-2. It's unfortunately for them blocked by Scandinavia. Bounces up, finds Ryan at Aikens for space, and it looked like he was going to struggle there, but no help needed. Smashed it into the back of the net, and that is 3-1 Scandinavia in this match. As Bayern Bru come forward there, but Jamie with the save, collecting the ball and removing any danger there. And now Scandinavia are looking to play it out from the back now, but it's interrupted there by Cheesy for Bayern Bru. Now can Cheesy produce something here for the guys in purple? And it is in the back of the net there by Stephen. Brilliant finish there as Cheesy looks to play the ball across the box. Stephen at the edge of the box there. He's out of the box there as well. You can see from his feet and the ball position. And slots it in the back of the net. 3-2 in this game. It is completely action-packed, this one. Going from end to end. And possession of the ball. Switching hands regularly as Bayern Bru look to come forward now. But eventually it is cut out by Scandinavia. Bayern Bru with the ball in their half. Champers looking to close down, but Cheesy gets it away. Plays it out to Stephen. Stephen now to Roscoe. Roscoe takes a shot, and it goes across the goals there. No one at the back post able to convert. Bayern Bru really turning on the screw now as Roscoe takes a shot and almost into the top corner once again. That would have been a fantastic goal from Roscoe and Bayern Bru there. But Cheesy looking to play the ball, but it's interrupted there. It's a bad pass and a block, and Champers is coming through and goal. And Champers slots it away with brilliant accuracy. There was only one place he could have put that, and that was really inside. He could have gone across goal there, but it looked like Craig would have covered it. He's chosen to put it into the near post there. Craig, expecting to go across goals, dives the wrong way, and it is 4-2 in this match. Champers now with 2 goals in this game, and Scandinavia players will be delighted that he's been able to return after a lengthy injury out on the sidelines, and in this match get a couple of goals for them. Stephen pushing forward now as Bayern Bru look to find a way back into this match. Long shot there. Jamie there with the save from Stephen there, and it goes up and over. Bayern Bru looking to play it out from the back now as the camera does a nice little rotation into the action, but now going the wrong way. The ball played through to Roscoe. Can Roscoe get the shot? Yes, he does. And Jamie manages to hold on to the ball and stop it from trickling through the legs. But he's played it to Champers, and Champers is looking for that run as Homer makes the run there to Kev. Kev, bad pass there, and Stevens denied. And Scrandinavia really get away with one there after a bad pass going on there in defence as Roscoe breaks on through, but Champers has won the ball. Champers now, can he find somebody? Does he need someone? No, he doesn't. Champers finishes off the hat-trick. 5-2 now to Scrandinavia. Champers with a hat-trick. It looked like as if he was going to need the help of Kev there that made the run, but decided not to. Continued on past Leaps, puts it into the back of the net. Bayern Bru all out of puff here. They are finding themselves on the end of an unfortunate scoreline. 5-2 in this game. They have had chances aplenty, but unfortunately just met the unbelievable goalkeeping of Jamie and defensive work of Scrandinavia. The full credit to the team there for holding on to that. Bayern Bru look to come forward. Is this one more chance to try and see if they get a third? Cheesy with a shot, and Jamie just sticks out the foot and clears it away. And coming into the last bit of play of this match, it looks like it will be a win for Scrandinavia here. Not enough time for Rapid Viennetta, but can they get the sixth? No, they haven't. Homer's denied. There goes the whistle. 5-2 to Scrandinavia is the final score. Game number 9 sees Ivory Toast versus Fatburn Rover. Ivory Toast in yellow, shooting from left to right. Fatburn Rovers in green, shooting right to left. This is the last round of fixtures for this week. So we start here on pitch 1 and we'll move through the 4 pitches. So these are the last games for the teams you're seeing on screen as Fatburn Rovers have the ball at their feet, looking to push forward, but Kev has intercepted it. He's got John up against him there, but Kev manages to convert the opportunity there. John, frustrated with himself there, he loses the ball in the middle of the pitch. Kev takes that under control, keeps John off him there. John tries to intercept. It's through the legs of John. Unfortunately there for him, he tried to go high with the block there, but Kev managed to slot it through the leg, and that is 1-0 early on for Ivory Toast. Ivory Toast, who this week were at the top of the league, have suffered 2 defeats so far this week. Are they able to try and get a win out of here to try and keep themselves at top spots? Tazzy comes forward for Fatburn Rovers, and it's just deflected there, and Ian having to get down and low for that little deflection there off of Chucky to stop it from trickling into the net. And Chucky there with a little bit of skill to take the ball away from John there, finding Kev at the back there. Kev coming forward now, brilliant run by Kev. Kev with a shot, and Jason down low there with the save. And it looks like in this match Ivory Toast are keen to push on, and they feel like they've got an opportunity here to try and get themselves 3 points. John the shot from distance there, but Ian makes a save. It comes back to John, but eventually the ball is lost there. A little battle there between Jack and Kev just up against the fence there. Nothing malicious there. I think Kev was looking for the free kick, but not given as Jack's through and goal. Jack with the shot. Jack with a brilliant finish there. Fantastic stuff. After the little battle going on there with Kev, it looked like as if he got himself away there, and Kev cannot get that ball under control. And Jack, first time shot, waited for Ian to come out there. Ian, again, feet out the box there a little bit. It could have maybe been a penalty given there to Fatburn Rovers if that hadn't have been converted, but the referees obviously seen the goal and thought there's no point there in giving the goal there. But yeah, a reminder, feet are not allowed to come out of the box if it's part of the save, can only be part of the momentum after the save, but there is down to refereeing choice and referee interpretation of the save with it there. But Kev now with an opportunity there to put them back in the lead, but Jason denies against Kev getting a second goal for himself and a second goal for Ivory Toast. As Ivory Toast look to come forward there, but it's been blocked accidentally. Liam with the shot there, but it's been blocked by Boothart accidentally. John coming forward now. John switches it across the pitch, and the shot there just wide, and Mitchell cannot get the ball under control to get the opportunity as Jack plays it straight through to the goalkeeper there. John there for Fatburn Rovers looking to come through in the middle of the pitch. Kev there for Company eventually gets away with the ball. No free kick given. Jason down low with a strong hand gets it there, and the ball goes high and stays in the box there. Ivory Toast now with Neil on the pitch looking to come forward, but Kev has lost the ball there, and now Matthew playing it through to James with the shot. Ian down low with the save, and eventually it's going to get picked up by Ivory Toast there. And there's a loose touch there, and Fatburn Rovers back through the chance, but Ian with the save once again and tips it over the back of the goals there. Kev now looking to come forward up against Mitchell. Kev still with the ball, and it bounces off of James in a deflection there. Kev winning the ball, a little bit of strength used there. Kev shooting the goals, and Jason tips it wide. A little bit of a challenge there, I think, or a little bit of feet collision there, and Kev's gone down with the injury. Now, just to confirm, during the last highlights, Neil has been sent off for Ivory Toast for abuse to the referee. He's been sent off with a straight red card, which means he'll miss 2 of the next matches for Ivory Toast, which will come into effect in week 4. So Ivory Toast now, as per the rules of the red card, are going to have to play with 4 players in this match. It is, without saying, a disaster for them, considering how effective they have been in this match, and we're desperate to get 3 points. But the game continues on with a save there from Jason, as the 4-man Ivory Toast look to defend. Matthew with the shot, it's scuffed and finds James, and straight away after the red card, Ivory Toast punished with the man down there. Matthew with the shot, but it's skiffed. And then James in a position to collect the ball, using that one-man advantage, and slots it past Ian in goals. And unfortunately for Ivory Toast, there's still ample time left in this game that they're going to have to play with the man disadvantage. And Fatburn Rovers will definitely be looking to try and press on against that. Finlay now switching it over to Matthew. Matthew down to James. Once again, the two of them combine as they did for the last goal. And it's exactly what's happened with James getting a second goal. 2 quick-fire goals for Fatburn Rovers in this match. James, they are collecting from Matthew. Tight angle and receiving it there at the back of the net. And you can see the frustration on Ivory Toast. They're having to work twice as hard now with the man down. And they're just not able to open up Fatburn Rovers like they were when they had all 5 players on the pitch. Pass there from Liam has been lost. You can see space opening up as the 3 Ivory Toast players rushing back to try and defend. Kevin goes there, but then manages to make the save there. Liam now coming forward. It's a 1-on-1 situation. Can they get a goal here? It's picked out by Finlay there, and Liam cutting back to collect. But Liam once again takes the shot. Oh, it's a brilliant goal by Liam. That's exactly what Ivory Toast needed to get themselves back into this match. Initially, Finlay with the interception there. Liam first one. Tons of energy here from Liam, collecting that ball, cutting back into the middle of the pitch, and then smashing it into the top corner. Jason cannot get a hand to it and deflect that out of the goal there. And it's 3-2 now to Fatburn Rovers. Can Ivory Toast do the impossible and come back into this game as Kev makes the save there? They're really going to have to work hard for it, but that's essentially the exact shot in the arm they need to get back into this, as the ball's been lost there by Ian to John. John playing it into Finlay. Finlay with the shot. Brilliant save there by Kevin with the strong foot, and gets it away. Chucky there unable to win that ball. Tazzy's now collected. Plays it into the middle of the box to John. John now with the shot. High there from John. The ball still with Fatburn Rovers as John gets a second chance and Kev makes a save. Then Tazzy there, the spare man, is able to just see that back to his goalkeeper. Ivory Toast really having to work for this, with being the man down, as Mitchell wins the ball, plays it out to John. John now trying to get the shot away, but Kev makes the save. Mitchell now with the second, and then Kev will collect. Still 3-2 though. Fatburn Rovers haven't pressed the advantage as much as you would have thought in this game. It's still a very respectable scoreline. Maybe Fatburn Rovers feel a little bit of sympathy for it, but they're coming forward now with Mitchell. Mitchell, will he get the shot away? Yes, he does, and he gets the goal, and it is 4-2 now to Fatburn Rovers. And this is what happens when you have the extra man, Mitchell here. There's nobody pressing them. The Ivory Toast players are trying to mark the players that are in the middle of the box, expecting a pass to come. Mitchell just keeps on going, has the freedom of the pitch, and makes it all the way through to near the edge of the box and slots the ball away. And that makes it 4-2 now to Fatburn Rovers. And does this spell the end of Ivory Toast's reign at the top of the league? You would have thought so. But I think it's also spelling the end of this match as we go into the final piece of play here. Chucky with a run there. Unfortunately, just cannot make it all the way close to the edge of the box as the referee blows 4-2 to Fatburn Rovers. Match number 10 in Week 3, Season 8 Butterflies Football sees Rapid Viennetta versus Bayern Bru. Rapid Viennetta in orange shooting from left to right, and Bayern Bru in purple shooting from right to left. As the ball early on there is intercepted by Bayern Bru as they come forward with Stephen, but the save there pushes the ball out wide. Bayern Bru looking to come forward once again as Taylor collects the ball, and it looks like there's a foul there on Roscoe. GC coming through the back there. Yeah, there's not an attempt on the ball. We saw that earlier as well in one of the earlier matches. Roscoe here. Now Roscoe's shooting here from the free kick, and that's not allowed. All free kicks at Fat 5 football are indirect. The referees correctly picked that up and told them to retake the free kick there. He's played it through to Stephen. And well, Rapid Viennetta standing there sleeping, you have to say. The first one chopped off correctly for a direct shot on goal, which you can't do. But Roscoe simply just does the same thing by passing it to Stephen, and Stephen puts it in the back of the net. Makes it 1-0. It's a legitimate goal. The pass has been there. It's the indirect free kick, and Rapid Viennetta didn't learn from the opportunity they got from the referee and have conceded almost a mirror to what it was. It was the exact same place as before. So it's 1-0 to Bayern Bru. They will be delighted getting that early goal in this match as they look to play it out. Stephen passed JC there. Stephen cutting down in towards the goals, and the shot just wide there. Taylor unable to get onto the second ball. Rapid Viennetta intercepting the ball there with JC. Now to Jack. Jack with the shot, and it's skewed wide. But there's a chance of JC in front of goal, and he just shoots it over. And then Stuka with the opportunity goes wide, and Stephen will collect that for Bayern Bru. Taylor now looking to get forward, and he eventually does after playing off the ball. So Stephen tries to play it back to him, and Roscoe there with a shot high, and JC picks up the rebounded shot to give it back to his goalkeeper. James rolls the ball out to Stuka now. Stuka rolling it back to JC. JC now with a shot, and there is cries of penalty, and the penalty has been given by the ref here. The Rapid Viennetta players claiming for the penalty. Let's have a look at this. Oh, I think the referee's got this one wrong there. You can see from there. Yeah, the referee's got this one wrong. The goalkeeper there makes a save in the box, and whilst the feet come out, it's not part of the save, it's the momentum. And JC sticks it away for Rapid Viennetta, and Bayern Bru here will be absolutely frustrated with the ref on this one. It looks like the ref has given it because of the feet being out afterwards, but that is an incorrect call there. As we spoke about in earlier games, the feet coming out afterwards as part of the momentum and not having an interference with play should be interpreted as fine, although the referees will interpret things as they see them. But the initial save there from Craig and goals is fine, and Bayern Bru will be frustrated. 1-1 in this game now as the ball's rolled back to Aiden, and it's now 2-1 in this game, and Bayern Bru will be livid with the situation that they find themselves in. This one though, completely valid, nothing to do with the referee. It's poor defending there from Bayern Bru as the back heel there from Stuka finds Aiden. Brilliant back heel there by Stuka. And it's 2-1 in this match to Rapid Viennetta. Now moving on to the next highlight. Rapid Viennetta looking to push forward. Stuka once again coming forward, but the shot there wide. Graham there on the second rebound, and it just agonisingly goes across the face of the goal there as Bayern Bru find themselves in defensive position once again with Rapid Viennetta coming forward. Graham still with the ball in hand, finds Cal in the middle of the pitch. Cal holds off the challenge by Stephen, and Craig gets the save there. Bayern Bru are looking to come forward now. The shot high there. Cal looks like he's going to be the first one onto it. Taylor tries to come across. Oh, Cal using the wall there cleverly. And he looks to play it, but he takes the shot, and Craig is out the goal and is able to smother down the opportunity there. Still 2-1 in this match as the ball goes all the way back to Rapid Viennetta. Rapid Viennetta all over Bayern Bru at this point. And the shot there just wide. Stuka with the second hits it just over, and Aiden can't get the ball under control quick enough to try and get an opportunity away. Bayern Bru need to get into this game now. Their heads will be all over the place between the bad decision as the save happens there from Craig. As I said, from the bad decision earlier on, their head will be all over the place, plus the fact that they've quickly afterwards conceded another goal. And now they're looking to come forward. They still have a chance here as Ross goes to play. And that looks like a handball there. The referee's not giving it. Aiden goes forward, and Aiden puts the goal away. And this is massive controversy here. The referee not giving the handball. Let's have a look at that. So the ball comes up their hand there. Now you look at the top of the screen there. It looks like the referee's view is blocked. And from speaking to the ref later on, that was what was said. His view was blocked, was unable to see it, was unable to give it. Unfortunately for Bayern Bru, that's two calls by the referee there that have gone against them. They will just be frustrated with this. To be fair, with the handball one, if the referee can't see it, they can't give it. We're on the opposite side, camera-wise, from the referee, so we've got a much better picture of it here. It's still incredibly unlucky for them as they come forward, and a little bit more luck there for Bayern Bru there as Cheesy slots it into the back of the net. Great goal there. Good response. Still some time for Bayern Bru to get back into this game to get an equaliser, but time is running out for them as we look to kick off. There's only moments left of this game for them. They need to get this ball forward. They will be absolutely livid with their luck on this and a little bit of the ref here as Stephen takes the volley, James with the save. 3-2 to Rapid Viennetta. Really unfortunate for Bayern Bru. Game number 11, Week 3, Season 8, Fat Boys Football sees O.B City versus Flaberdeen. O.B City in black shooting left to right, and Flaberdeen in blue shooting right to left. Early on in the game now, Flaberdeen getting forward. Stewart with the ball, finding Craig. Craig's shot blocked there. He gets another opportunity. Stewart takes a shot. Great save there by Lewis in goals. Strong foot to knock it wide. As Richard knocks it up the pitch for Flaberdeen to find Terry. Terry now trying to get past Burnley but unable to. Burnley coming forward. Burnley looks to find Willie. Willie now with a shot and he just drags wide, but it bounces off the feet of Craig. But fortunately enough for Flaberdeen, after the bounce off of Craig goes nowhere near the goal as Flaberdeen look to get forward. Willie there intercepting, but unlucky for them, it's found Stewart on the other side of the pitch. Stewart now with the ball, looking to find Craig, middle of the pitch. Craig with the toe poke, kind of. But Barry's got on the second one there, and the goal goes in. Probably a little bit cruel there to say to Craig it was a toe poke, but it's the shot there. It's a little flick out more than a toe poke. And then Barry's able to get the shot in between the legs of Lewis in goals, and that gives the opening goal there to Flaberdeen. 1-0 to Flaberdeen, and they will be ecstatic to get the lead in this game early on as Adam looks to intercept, but eventually Terry comes away with the ball for Flaberdeen. Flaberdeen once again into the O.B City half. Craig on the opposite side of the pitch looks to play it across, but the toe there from Lewis takes it away as Stewart picks up the ball and the shoot just wide there of the goal, and Barry can't do anything more with the ball there. Shot blocked by Craig against Willie, and Flaberdeen are on the attack once again. Barry up against Willie, but still keeps the ball under control. There to Craig. Craig gets it through. Oh, he gets it all the way through and into the back of the net. I thought he was going to play that into the path of Barry there, had made the run. But no, it goes all the way past everyone, including the goalkeeper, and into the back of the net there. A couple of times Lewis, with the strong foot, has been managing to get some saves and some clearances, but this time the leg does not come out far enough, and it goes into the back of the net. 2-0 now to Flaberdeen in this match as they are looking to take full control of this game away from O.B City. Stewart with a lovely turn there, but eventually loses it to Brian, but he's won it back from Brian. Now to Doug. Doug with the first shot saved. Can he get a second? No. Willie comes across and dispenses of the opportunity there. O.B City with the ball in the middle of the pitch with Burnley. Burnley still holding on to the ball. Now can he convert from here? Plays at the Gogs. Gogs with the shot, and Gogs converts. And now it's 2-1 in this match. O.B City breaking through the lines there and able to get their first goal in this match and bring the deficit down to 1. Brilliant finish there by Gogs. Good power past the goalkeeper in goals there. And it is 2-1 to Flaberdeen as we get underway once again. Doug trying to find Stewart, and Stewart with the shot there, and Lewis able to make the shot as O.B City clear the ball away from their goals. Flaberdeen coming forward with Terry now. Terry in the middle of the pitch looks to play it through to Doug. Doug wins it though. Willie there for company. Craig now with a shot from distance. Save there from Lewis, but it's went to Stewart. Stewart shot on goal there, can't be converted, and then Terry tries to shoot from distance and just goes wide from there. Action in the corner there as the ball comes across. Lewis now has cleared it to Bunny. It's a great opportunity for O.B City. Brian now, and Brian converts. Brilliant counter-attack in there from O.B City. The initial save there from Lewis plays it into Bunny, who's in space, and then holds up enough whilst progressing forward to give Brian the opportunity to make a opposite darting run. Brian converts. 2-2 in this game. O.B City will be delighted to be back into this match once again after being 2-0 down. Craig intercepting the ball in the middle of the pitch there from Flaberdeen. Now he's got some options there. Doug's made the run. He's made it through to Doug. Doug back to Craig. Can Craig poke it away? Yes, he does. That's a great 1-2 play there between Craig and Doug. I think there's some protest there that Craig might have been in the box, or the ball being in the box when Craig touched it there. It is a heavy touch. It is outside the box though. We'll have another little quick look, a closer look at that one. You see the questions there from Gogs. Ball's at the box, absolutely fine there, and Craig himself doesn't even go into the box either. So definitely a good goal there. Good call from our referee there nearest the camera as Burnley's through in, and Burnley takes a shot, but Richard makes the save, and the game stays at 3-2. Paul on the opposite side of the pitch now for Flaberdeen. Can he find a teammate? It's a switched pass, but it's intercepted by Brian. Gogs coming through, and Gogs' shot is saved there by Richard. Good goalkeeping there. Willie playing it through to Burnley as O.B City looking to press Flaberdeen. Burnley now still with the ball, looks to find Gogs. Gogs for the shot, and it's off the post! twice in a row there. It looked like Goggs was going to bury that shot into the back of the net, and it's been denied twice in a row. With Stephen now. Stephen coming forward with a shot, and it looked like maybe just a save there rather than the shot going wide there from Richard in goals. But either way, whether it was a save or going wide, it's not a goal for O.B City. O.B looking to come forward now, and they've been dispossessed but managed to win it back in their defence as Terry looks to close down, but Stephen's still going. Oh, and it's off the crossbar. Between the post and the crossbar, O.B City are being denied by the woodwork their opportunities to get back into this game. As the ball there, and it's trickled across, but the free kick is actually given in the middle of the pitch. Viewers might have missed this, certainly I missed it there in the commentary. And Gauze has the free kick there, and the shot there from Brian, it's over, and Richard Richard's cleared, and the penalty's been given, and it's almost unnecessary for that. No one there, danger. Oh, that does look like his foot's come out the box there to clear that. And you can tell by his mannerisms afterwards, he thought he was out the box as well. As Goggs converts the penalty, 3-3 in this game. And you've got to feel that is really unnecessary from Richard and Goggs. It's been unfortunate because he's been really good in this match and other matches. But a simple mistake there, and now O.B City are back in the game. But here come Flaberdeen. Stewart, can he find someone in the middle of the pitch? Oh, it's lost there as Craig does collect to Terry. Terry now, though, back out to Stewart. Stewart to Craig. Craig still has the ball. Where is this ball going? It's stuck in the middle of the pitch. Stewart to Terry. Can Terry put it away? He does! 4-3 to Flaberdeen. And you can see the delight on his face there. Brilliant play there by Flaberdeen. O.B City looked like they were defending well there. Terry just stands on the edge of the box with acres of space there all the time in the world. Stewart finds Terry there and makes it 4-3. And we're into the last bit of play here. Can O.B City find another equaliser? No, they can't. Terry's goal's winner. 4-3 to Flaberdeen. What an ending. Final game of Week 3, Season 8, Fat Fives Football sees Parmesan Belgrade versus Scrandinavia. Parmesan Belgrade in white, shooting left to right. Scrandinavia in red, shooting right to left, having to defend early there. Parmesan Belgrade repelling Scrandinavia attack early on here as they look to try and play the ball and switch it up here across the field as they go forward with Matt here, and the shot cleared away there by Homer. Chris now with the ball. Chris has been on fire in the last couple of weeks. Plays a great ball to Graham there. Oh, and so unlucky. Cannot nick it into the bottom corner there as the ball comes in over from the opposite pitch. Scandinavia going forward now. Jamie playing it to Kev. And the shot just goes wide there by Daniel. But a second chance here. Can I find Jamie? No, it can't. And it just goes wide. Kev now receiving the ball near the camera side. With the shot there just going wide to go. Chris sees that back to John in goals. John now looking for some options, can't see any runners, decides to play Josh in the middle of the pitch. Now what can Josh do here? Lovely little turn there, through on goal, can he get the shot away? Plays it through to Graham, and it is just wide there. Parmesan now with the ball in their half, plays it through to Josh. Josh past Kev, now can Josh finish this now? Looks to square it to Matt. Matt with the shot, oh, and so unlucky. Perfect positioning for Matt to try and get his debut goal in his debut week at Fat Fives Football, but is denied by Homer. Ryan on a run there for Scandinavia, and the shot just wide there. Daniel collects, but it is cancelled out. Daniel coming through, Scandinavia. Can they get a shot away? It's still 0-0 in this match, just as a reminder that if you look up in the top left corner. Champers now with the ball, who's been on fire this week. And a save there by John, denying Champers another goal for this week. Jordan on a run, has Ryan for company, plays it across there, but Homer deals with it away. Ray trying to close down Chris, but Chris gets through with the ball, and Chris just shoots wide there. Some chances here for Parmesan at Belgrade, but they are just not hitting the target. Champers now, can he get the goal here? Plays it out wide to Matthew. Matthew with a shot, saved by John. Ray tries to get under control and doesn't quite get the shot away. Parmesan Belgrade coming forward with Jordan. Jordan on a solo run. Jordan, he's in the corner though, takes the shot, plays it Homer, it's saved. Ray, it's a miss pass there by Ray. Chris in the middle of the pitch, shoots. Homer gets a hand to it, but it's not enough. And there's the opening goal. 1-0 now to Parmesan at Belgrade. An absolute rocket of a shot there from Chris. Unfortunately for Ray, he didn't realise Chris was behind him. Chris has picked up that ball there, and Homer there, unfortunately, does get a hand to it, but the shot is too powerful there, and it bounces into the back of the goal, and there is the opening goal, breaking the deadlock here. 1-0 to Scandinavia, and Chris, the commissioner, on target once again. Parmesan at Belgrade trying to get the ball out of their half, but Scandinavia keeping it there. Scandinavia with Matthew. Matthew playing it across to Ray. Ray now, can he get the shot away? Looks to play to Champers. Champers in the shot. Brilliant save there by John. And Luke clears that out of the path of Ryan. Great save there by John. The shot from Champers looks like it was heading into the far corner, but it's denied by John. Ray now trying to get that ball under control. Chris once again giving him a bit of a nightmare there. Chris with the shot. Chris with the goal. And unlucky for Ray. Chris is just on form this week and once again torments Ray on the pitch and gets away with the ball. To be fair though, not fully Ray's fault. Champers also there for support and Chris magically dances his way past Champers and then has the hard job of trying to get it into the far corner there, which he does. But it's a collective issue there rather than just a single person. Doesn't matter for Parmesan though, they are still 2-0 ahead in this game either way. Chris with 2 goals available to them as the run from Jordan there, seen by Chris, pass play through, Jordan finishes off, brilliant team play there between Jordan and Chris. You could see that run happening, perfect angle for the camera to pick it all up. Chris seeing Jordan on the run and Jordan finishing it off past Matthew, who tried to come out of goals there to close down there. 3 quick goals for Parmesan Belgrade in this match. Still time, plenty of time for Scrandinavia to turn this around, but with the finishing there of Jordan and Chris, it is going to be a monumental task at this rate unless Scrandinavia can hit back first. But Parmesan are up in their half. Chris in front of goals here and Matthew with a good save there, and that will get a little bit more confidence back into the Scrandinavia defence and goalkeeper that they've denied Chris there. Omar looking to play in Jamie now. Jamie out of goals this time. Ryan on the run there, but the ball just slightly behind him and drags it wide of goal there past John in goals. Jamie now again with the ball at feet looking to come forward and then looks to play it, but Chris is intercepted. Chris to Jordan. Jordan with a shot, smashes it past Matthew. Matthew cannot believe that's gone past him there. I can't believe it's gone past him actually in that tight of angle. What a hit by Jordan. You can see there Matthew covering the near post, tightest of gaps there, and Jordan manages to find it. And it's 4-0 now to Parmesan Belgrade, and they're starting to run away with this match. And Scandinavia start to run forward in this match, but Scott comes across there to close down Jamie. Ball into the corner now. Jamie looks to get it out, and the shot there just wide. Chris has picked up this ball though. It's found Jordan once again. Can Jordan score it again? Yes, he can score again. Incredible counter-attack there. A simple ball through there from Chris. Lovely place, lovely pace on it. And Jordan there with a brilliant finish. Looks like Matthew may have got a touch onto it, but not a strong enough touch to put it away. Now, this scoreline looks like it is a bit of a doing, but to be honest, it's not really. It's more of the fact that Parmesan Belgrade have just absolutely clinical finishing. As Scandinavia have had chances in this match like that, but John, in goals for Parmesan Belgrade, has just been Johnny on the spot with the saves. As Luke comes forward for Parmesan Belgrade, and the shot is hit high and over the goal there. Jordan still has it. He looks to coming through, and he's hit the crossbar himself. And finally, Scandinavia are getting some luck in this match. And not every shot on goal from these strikers of Parmesan Belgrade is hitting the back of the net. Though Luke's in space now, 1-on-1 with the keeper, and Luke slots it away this time. And you have to say, this one definitely goes down to some bad defending there. Nobody picking up Luke, and acres of space there, and Luke just calmly slots it into the corner there. Nothing much Matthew can do, and it's 6-0 in this match. This game is getting away from Scandinavia, and they probably will be in a position where they are starting to worry that they're going to have to push everyone forward, which will leave gaps at the back, as we can see here with Jordan. And Jordan goes through, and the save there from Jamie. Moving into the next highlight now, Scott up against Ray there. Scott comes out on top and almost can't win that back, but Scott with the foot to keep it away. And Luke gets a second goal of the game. Once again, find himself in some absolute brilliant positioning. Jordan, again, picking him out, and Luke keeping cool and calm and slotting that goal away. Luke will be loving the partnership that he's got available right now between Chris and Jordan, as he is on a goal-scoring glut just now. But 7-0 to Parmesan Belgrade. It looks like they're going to walk away with the points. I guess the question now is only what is going to be the final scoreline. As Daniel plays it out to Matthew and Ray, and Matthew with the shot there, but John smothers it. Luke now on a hat-trick, going forward as he seems, oh, he looked like as if he was going to go try and do it there, as Daniel gets past Scott there. Daniel through and goal. Daniel with the shot, and John does get a touch to it, but not enough to clear it. Scandinavia have got at least a goal in this match, something to celebrate, and the team are celebrating it, which is a great job. Great to see from them that they're taking to small celebrations in the small wins there, and they'll be able to walk away without having to say that they didn't score one, as Jordan comes through and Jamie there clears that ball away. And now Parmesan Belgrade in their half defending, the score still being 7-1 as Jordan's away from Ray there. Jordan pushing forward, Jordan with a shot, Jordan with the goal, complete solo shot there. And to be honest, from the experience of watching these games, we're into the last game of the night. The game has gone away from Scrandinavia. A lot of these players are probably tired and fatigued and understand that there's probably little in actually making the run after somebody so fast as Jordan. So you cannot blame the players in this one, as John there smothers another shot and keeps the ball in his hands. The long throw out to Jordan there, and oh, that is just superb. If Jordan isn't running through the pitch past everybody, he is able to use his skill there to do a wonderful flick in the back of net. Full credit to John here. What a throw from the goal. All the way across, a lovely little dink there and into the back of the net. Looks like it might have got a touch off the post. Jamie just stood there and watched. Nothing he could do about that, given the closeness of proximity that Jordan was to the box. 9-1, Parmesan Belgrade will be loving this. It is deserved. I don't know if it should be a 9-1 though. I think it's maybe a bit harsh on Scrandinavia, but Parmesan Belgrade won't care. Final whistle goes 9-1. Absolute gluttony of goals. And now to have a look at the final results after all games is played. You see the scores on screen there, including that 9-1 by Parmesan Belgrade there and the 7-4 O.B Ivory Toast. Two high scoring games we hope you have enjoyed. Taking a quick look at the league table now, Rapid Viennetta find them top on 20 points. Flaberdeen moved to second on 16, Ivory Toast in 15 and third, Parmesan Belgrade 14 and 4th, Scrandinavia 12th and 5th, O.B City and Fatburn Rovers on 10 points, and Bayern Bru still at the bottom with 7. Fat Fives are constantly looking for new players. Our registration window is never closed. You can find our player registration form at our website, fatfives.football. Fat Fives are delighted to offer opportunities to all local, national and international businesses to work in partnership with our sponsorship programme. Head to fatfives.football/sponsor to see our brochure. Don't forget to like and subscribe to make sure that you're notified of all the highlights for this upcoming season.